Vecna wasn't killed in a battle. He died long before the final fight. Vecna is not a monster. Vecna is armor. Inside that armor is Henry Creel, a child who learned earlier that the world had no place for him. This video is not about evil. It's about the moment a human breaks and builds something terrifying just to survive. In Stranger Things, Vecna looks simple at first. He is the villain, a threat, something that must be stopped. The show doesn't argue with that. Henry Creel does terrible things. That part is real. But there is more to his story, something less obvious. Henry is the only adult character whose story we see from childhood. And we see it through him, not as an objective flashback. Everything we know about young Henry comes from Henry himself, an adult narrating his childhood, a broken identity explaining itself. Henry calls himself different, not just strange, not just unusual, broken. People around him try to find what's wrong with him. Eventually, Henry accepts the view. Then he flips it. If I don't belong here, the problem isn't me, the problem is the world. This thinking isn't evil, it's childlike. Children see the world in absolutes. After moving to Hawkins, spiders appear. Henry sees himself in them. Spiders are lonely, misunderstood, feared, hated, but to Henry they make sense. They kill not out of cruelty, they kill because balance demanded. For the first time, Henry finds a world that accepts him. Humans, by contrast, feel fake. They perform roles, pretend their actions have meaning. Henry doesn't know how to pretend. So he comes to a conclusion. If I don't fit into the rules, write your own. How does a child reach this conclusion? Henry had no support. His family moved to Hawkins because they can't handle him. His father withdraws. His mother tries to fix him. Eventually, she hands him to Dr. Brenner, a man with his own agenda, who isolates Henry on purpose. Henry's parents are not monsters. But when Henry needed them most, they failed. They didn't see him. And that failure confirmed Henry's belief. People do not protect you, they control you. This is what separates Henry from Will and Eleven. Will had Joyce. Eleven had Hopper. They had someone who stayed. Henry had no one. That absence mattered more than any power ever could. Years of isolation, suppression, control. Henry is not allowed to choose, not allowed to grow, not allowed to be human. He does only thing left. He builds armor. Vecna is not freedom, it's survival. Once the armor exists, Henry can take it off without collapsing completely. After being banished into another dimension, Henry tells Eleven he shed his human form. He became what he was meant to be, a predator. He sees himself almost as a god, the only one who can build a new beautiful world to replace the broken one. But here is the paradox. He still thinks like human. He talks about justice, lies, hypocrisy. His motivation is human, even when his actions are not. If I said at the start that Vecna is human, it might have sounded debatable. Now, it isn't. In the next video, we will explore the house, the most dangerous lie Vecna ever tells, and why his kindness is actually terrifying.